Okay, welcome to part 3 of our training. Um, the next thing we're going to learn, I'm going to get rid of all this. You don't delete your own, keep it so that you can continue your practice. I don't want us to have so much code on my own end. So here, we're going to learn how to create a table. Let me show us a picture here. This is an example of table in HTML. We see, we can observe here that this table it have um, it have headings. This is the heading of the table, and then here we have the data that is entered in the table. Another thing that I want us to note here is that these tables, they have rows and column. From here down, this is the column. From here to the right, this is the row. So I'm going to show us how to create all this, but the one I'm going to create will not have all these demarcations that you are seeing here. Later on, we're going to include the demarcations. Back to our VS Code. Here, we are going to use an element called table. Type table, press enter. That will give us open and close table tag. In between, the first thing that we need to create is row. All right. When we create a row, and then the number of headings we enter will automatically create the number of rows that we are going to have. So I'm going to use TR, that stands for table row, enter. Inside the row, I want to use TH, that stands for table head or heading. Then I'll put NO, as we saw in the picture that I showed us. Then NO, maybe I put name. Then I'm going to put maybe contacts. Then okay, I'm going to leave it like this, or I'll just add one and I'll call it maybe location. All right. Okay, so this, you can see that we have headings created for me here, but this one we don't have any demarcation that shows that this is a table. I'm going to do something so that it will give us the shapes that will help us to understand or see clearly how our table is being formed. But I'm not going to explain what I'm going to do now, so that later on I will explain. Okay, so this is just to help us understand what I'm doing. Just look, and don't bother if you don't understand what I'm doing. All right, so we have this table shape right here. We have borders around all that we have entered. In our first row here, we have created our table headings, which is number, name, contact, and location. Now we want to start entering data into this table. Now we're going to create another row, TR, then TD stands for table data. That will help us to enter data that correspond to the headings that we have created. Under number, I'm going to put 1. Now I use Ctrl C, Ctrl V to duplicate. Under the name, I'm going to put my name, Mark. Under the contacts, I'm just going to put phone number, and then under the location, I'm going to put Lagos. So you see that our data now is corresponding to the number of headings that we have or the number of columns that we have. Now, if I add maybe extra column, you see that it is extending the table without heading. If I add more data to the second row, it is extending the table without headings. There are so many ways we can manipulate a table, which we are going to learn as we progress little by little. So if I have 1 million data to enter, I'll just have to continue to create new rows, press enter again, new row, and then this time 3D, this is going to be number 2, and then maybe this is going to be John, and then maybe this John is just going to have this random number as phone number, and then this John may be residing at Abuja. All right, so basically this is how to create HTML table. I want to quickly open a website called w3schools.com. In this website, it contains a lot of information about HTML. All right, so you should not rely totally on this website, but you can use it as a resource material. And in web development, it is said that Google is your best friend. So you can go ahead to Google anything that you don't understand, anything at all. So here you have different topics on HTML, and then you have the tables that we are discussing right now. Tables here, this is just the structure of a table as we have done. You can see the table row, table data, and then table heading as well. And then I want to show you down different tags that we have. HTML table tags. We have the table that define the element, the th, tr, td. These are the 4 tags that we have considered. From caption, column group, column, table head, table body, and table footer, we are going to consider them later on, and you see how it works. But I will appreciate if you can read on your own, read ahead. That is going to really help you to gain your ground as fast as possible. All right, having said that, I think I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to use another video to talk about the last thing that we did during our live class, which is HTML form. All right, see you guys in the next video.